Hello everyone, welcome to the second class of Acids, Bases and Salt. I would like to start today's class with a quote that if you are not willing to learn, no one is going to help you. But if you are determined to learn, there is no one who is going to stop you. So let us start today's learning process. In the last class, what we have learned is about indicators. There were natural indicators, synthetic indicator and olfactory indicators. Along with all of the three, there was also a universal indicator that was a pH. And what we have learned is about classification of acids, organic acids, inorganic acids on the basis of their source, strong and weak on the basis of their strength, dilute and concentrated on the basis of the water content. Okay, today we are going to start with the properties of acids. First is physical properties of acids. They taste sour. You can taste the lemon. It's an example of an acid which is harmless. You can taste the acid. The citric acid is present in lemon. It tastes sour. Acids are corrosive in nature. Acids are corrosive in nature. The next is acid turns blue litmus red. What we have learned in the indicators is about litmus, that it turns blue litmus red. As you can see, the blue strip of litmus paper is dipped in a solution of acid. It turns to red. This is a very common laboratory test for the acids. No one is going to taste the acid. This is not a test. It is a very harmful thing to you. So we perform this test to check whether the given substance is an acid or not. The next is acid conducts electricity. In the last class, what we have learned, acids dissociate into ions, that is H plus. When they are added to water, they convert to hydronium ion and chloride ion. So if ions are present, that means it is electrolytic solution, so they will conduct electricity. Now on the other hand, it is acetic acid. It is a weak electrolyte, very weak electrolyte. It is partially dissociated, so it does not conduct electricity that well, which means the bulb does not glow. Now we are going to chemical properties of acids. Chemical properties of acid, very important chemical property of acids. The first one is reaction of acid with active metal. Active metal means the metals which lie above the hydrogen in the reactivity series: potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead. When you mix metal with an acid, it will form salt and hydrogen gas is evolved. Hydrogen gas is evolved. For example, let us take zinc granules and react it with hydrogen chloride. What will happen? It will evolve. It will result into the evolution of hydrogen gas. It will result into the evolution of hydrogen gas. And the test for hydrogen gas is it burns with a pop sound when a candle is placed at the mouth of test tube. As you can see, here I have picturized it. It burns with a pop sound, burning of hydrogen gas with a pop sound. Okay. Now, the second and the most important is reaction of acid with metal carbonates. What happens is when metal carbonates are treated with an acid, they form salt, water, and carbon dioxide is evolved. Now, test for carbon dioxide. Yes, it turns lime water milky. It turns lime water milky. See, carbon dioxide plus calcium hydroxide, that is our lime water, it will form calcium carbonate. As you can see, when carbon dioxide is bubbled or passed into the calcium hydroxide or lime water, it turns to the milkiness. Milkiness appears, which is because of the formation of calcium carbonate. And when excess of carbon dioxide is passed, the milkiness disappear because it leads to the formation of calcium bicarbonate. Calcium bicarbonate. Okay, and calcium bicarbonate is soluble in water, so the milkiness disappear. Test for hydrogen gas was it burns with pop sound. Test for carbon dioxide, it turns lime water milky, and when excess of carbon dioxide is passed, the milkiness disappears because of the formation of calcium bicarbonate. Now third is reaction of acids with bases. Acid react with base to form salt and water. Salt and water are formed as a result of reaction between acid and base. Now acid and base are two opposite things, so when they combine they will form a neutral system. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Remember, the neutralization reaction will occur completely when both the acids and bases are strong. Okay. Neutralization reaction is highly exothermic. Okay. Next property is reaction of acids with metal oxides. Acid reacts with metal oxide to form salt and water. As you can see in the example, copper oxide plus HCl gives out copper chloride plus water. Now, metal oxide and metal hydroxides are basic in nature. Okay. Milk of magnesia is a very common example. We will learn about milk of magnesia in detail when we will discuss about the importance of pH in daily life. Now, next is common in acids. What is common in acid is they produce hydrogen ion when they are dissolved in water. Thus, the acid behavior of an acid solution is due to the presence of hydrogen ion. There's a very common question which is asked in the board examination papers, that why do acids not show acidic behavior in the absence of water? Or the question which I have framed here is, why dry HCl does not show acidic property? Dry HCl does not show acidic property because it does not get ionized. What we have learned, acidic nature is because of the hydronium ion, and hydronium ion is formed when acid is dissolved in water. When acids are dissolved in water, they form hydronium ion. If no hydronium ion is there, that means there is no acidic behavior. Okay, so let's just summarize what we have learned in acids. The first thing which we have learned is classification. They are classified into organic and inorganic on the basis of source, dilute and concentrated on the basis of strength, and weak and strong on the basis of their strength. On the basis of their strength, weak and strong, and on the basis of water content, dilute and concentrated. Then we have learned about the physical properties. They taste sour, they are corrosive in nature, they turn blue litmus red, and they conduct electricity. Strong acids conduct electricity because they are completely dissociated. Then chemical property, first property is active metals plus acid form hydrogen gas, and hydrogen gas burns with a pop sound. Reaction with metal carbonate, acid plus metal carbonate gives out carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide turns lime water milky, and when excess of carbon dioxide is passed, the milkiness disappears because of the formation of bicarbonate salts. Next is reaction of acids with bases. Acids and base, they combine to form salt and water. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction, and the reaction is highly exothermic. This is also the example of double displacement. Okay. Now next, reaction of acid with metal oxide. Metal oxide plus acid gives out salt and water. What is common in all acids? The hydrogen ions are common in all acids. Why do acids do not show acidic behavior in the absence of water? Because they need water to ionize into hydrogen ions or hydronium ions. Okay, so that's it for today. And in the next class, we will start with the base. Try to solve the questions given in your textbook. And in the next class, I will attach a PDF of the questions related to acids and bases. Okay, thank you.